This is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I'm excited to be online and on air with you, that you can hear this message today that's going to be life-changing and empowering for you for all that you're going to do. Today's guest is really going to blow your mind, because this is a guest that will inspire you and empower you. He will help you to have greater success in your personal and your professional endeavors. You might not know his name yet. Oh, but you're going to know his name. He is an international speaker, consultant, a trainer, entrepreneur. He's the founder and CEO of Dealer Synergy Incorporated, the leading internet sales, business development, and digital marketing firm in the country for automotive sales. He has built a multi-million-dollar company in about 10 years, a young man who started with nothing, zero, zilch. He's blowing up across America, and if you are part of the internet, you're going to know his name. Just as we now know Steve Jobs, Sean V. Bradley. Sean Bradley, it's good to have you on, my friend.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much, sir.
He has a new book called How to Win the Game of Googleopoly. And so he's going to tell you about that, but he's also going to tell you his story a little bit, where he came from, how he started with zero and built a multi-million-dollar company with employees all over the country. And I want people to know about him, and then how he had done it and how he can share with you how you can do it too. Sean, tell me what I left out in that interview.
Nothing, sir. That was an incredible introduction from a person of your caliber. Thank you. I'm humbled to be here, sincerely.
My pleasure. Now, you are from New York City?
Actually, I was born in Queens, in East Elmhurst. I really had one of those atypical, horrible type childhoods. As a teenager, I got caught up in some stupid stuff as a kid, and I got in some serious trouble. And then I moved to Red Bank, New Jersey. I rented a couch. I was looking for renting a room, but I wound up renting a couch in Red Bank.
You rented a couch?
A couch, yes. I got Scooby-Doo. Billy said, "Hey, you should try car sales."
Wow.
So I got into car sales. I was a car salesman.
Wow, you sold cars. Now, did you succeed immediately, or were you pretty bad at it initially?
No, I was immediately. It was like a fish to water.
Oh, you found your thing.
Yes, sir. Because like you just mentioned, I used to hustle hard on the street. So I knew how to hustle. So to me, it was just like hustling, but it was legal. Legitimate stuff.
So you started with legal hustling.
Yes, legal hustling. Back then in 1999, the internet was just popping off in the automotive industry. I had become an internet sales manager 3 months into the car industry career.
Wow. And you learned how to sell and move cars by the internet.
Yeah, ironically, I had to teach myself everything I know. I had to teach myself not only how to market, but I taught myself website design. I taught myself how to code in HTML in using editors like Dreamweaver, Front Page, and then I taught myself something called search engine optimization. And so I had profound success. I took a company called Pine Belt, a Nissan Kia Cadillac in New Jersey, from doing roughly about 25, 30 units a month to over 110 units a month. They thought that in the automotive world that the internet was just a fad, that people are not going to want to do this, and look where we're now.
Where we are now.
Yeah.
You have written a book about how to maximize and monetize your career with Google, how to monetize your business. And everybody who's listening needs to be aware of this, because Google is the big thing. If you are a pastor, you need to know about this. If you are a doctor, you need to know about this. If you need to know about any business that you might want, real estate, whatever, if you're not maximizing the internet, you're losing money. And so you did that. You've done that. But you started selling cars. Then you became an internet sales guy at the car dealership, who would replace the fax machine. And then one day you realized there was something, you wanted to be an entrepreneur. Let's talk about the entrepreneur, because I want entrepreneur stories here. I want to tell about how you build your business, how you make more money, how you create million-dollar businesses. Talk about it.
So my whole life, I felt like I was destined to do something great. So I want to make sure that's clear. I had that mindset. I had that internal sensation that was burning in me that I wanted more out of life. And I think it was Eric Thomas, the hip-hop preacher, that said about, he gave the analogy about breathing. I wanted to be successful more, or just as much as I wanted to breathe. And that I didn't want to be a project kid. I want to be a statistic. One of the reasons why I left to start my own company is because I was dealing with a lot of antiquated people that couldn't really embrace the internet, and I was frustrated. I had these visions of how to build the internet sales and the marketing teams, and at one point I was like, I'm just going to do it myself. Yeah. Here's the honest truth that's crazy. If I had known now how hard it was to become an overnight success, I'm not sure if I would have taken that plunge, because I was just naive and said, I'm going to start my own company. And I borrowed a couple $1,000s. I started Dealer Synergy in 2004.
Wow.
I could go door to door, knock on people's doors, dealerships or people, and say, I'm really smart, I'm successful, please hire me. Or I could go after the macro business. And what I mean by that is I went after companies that had a problem that I could solve. So these vendors, these huge $100 million companies were like, who are you? And then after I explained what I could do from them, they started putting me in play.
Total point there. Folks, there's a big pearl here that I want to make sure everybody gets. That he found that the way to start a business, to grow a business, to make money, find a problem, someone who got a headache, and solve that problem. Whether it's somebody who needs a website built, you can do it. Somebody who needs, whatever it is that somebody can do, you can do what somebody needs a problem.
I didn't want to be a black and white cow in a 1,000-acre field. I wanted to stand out. I had to be able to create what's called a value package proposition, what is different and better about me and my business than what everybody else is doing, not what is wrong with everybody else. I want to focus on what my differentiator is and why buy or why utilize Sean V. Bradley and my company. I had influence from other successful people. So the side advice would be this, is try to find successful people. What I learned from all the craziness that I went through is people, places, and things. If you want to be successful, you got to change the places you hang out, the people you hang out with, and the things that you do. People, places, and things. Money comes and goes. If you learn how to make money, how to be successful, and you prepare yourself from the possibility of it all falling apart, as long as you're prepared and you understand the concept of money and concept of business, you will be able to put it back together again.
And that's the key. You got to keep fighting for your dream. It's critically important that you don't give up when things get tough. And things are going to get tough. I'm listening. I hope everybody's listening to this who got a business. They're going to be tough moments. They're going to be challenging moments. That even the successful have that. You might not see it, but they're struggling. We are business people who many times we have struggles, that we have the situations. But once you get to a point where you understand that struggle is part of the process, and it's how you grow.